I think I had my first tattoo at the age where it was old enough to get tattoos. I can't remember how old that was. I can't remember now if that was 16 or 18. But between whichever age it was of those two to 22 is when I got all of my tattoos. I had my last tattoo when I was 22 years old. Is the legal age to get a tattoo, is it 18 or 16? Yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. But I got my last tattoo nonetheless at 22. I kind of got that out of my system early. I don't know if that's good or bad, but thankfully I got tattoos that have meaning that I always want to be attached to. Rather than something spur of the moment, had a few drinks, yes, let's go, well, hey, let's get a tattoo. You know, not that type of thing. Stuff that was thought about and stuff that I'd always want to be connected to mentally. You know, so that was fortunate that I had that wise head at that time to get something that had a bit more meaning than, you know, something that I would relate to regret. Like a girlfriend's name at the time. I think exactly. I think like the age of, you know, 16 to 22 would be a risky time to tattoo a girl's name on me, saying that we're going to be together forever. And it might be a bit like, you know, a bit of a step in the wrong direction, putting the name of someone permanently on me at that point in my life. I bet a lot of people wish they did that instead, stick it in the picture frame rather than across their chest or breast. So basically he's got a tattoo of his previous partner. Yeah, right. And oh right, so where is the tattoo? Somewhere where it shouldn't be. Wow. So basically every time, so this new person, his new partner, you said, so every time she goes to bed, they go to bed together, she is basically sleeping with that woman as well. And she's angry. Yeah, I would expect she might be a little bit not too happy. It would put you off the person if it was you. Wow, I hear that. I hear that. I understand. It would be a little bit of a thing, wouldn't it? Every time you guys get intimate, you know, every time that person's naked and you're intimate and you run across that you know, that part of their body, for example, wherever it might be, back, wherever, chest, wherever, you know, you're reminded of this person. So it is like you're actually being intimate with that person and their ex at the same time. Above the eyebrow might not be so bad, but you know, somewhere else, depending, could be a lot worse. It's gonna make you think of that person, isn't it? Yeah. Is it like you look at them and you're seeing this other name on them when they're supposed to be with you, so it's almost like, you know, they haven't done it, you haven't got your name on them, so it's like, is it a bit like you feel a bit, it's almost like a bit left out, like you're not really a part of it, if you get what I mean. You are, but you're not, like your name's not there, it's someone else's name. You haven't got it in writing. You're with them, but you haven't got it in writing like the previous partner has it. Okay, so if it was you, would you want that partner to put their name on, tattoo their name as you know, to kind of replace the other name? Would you? Is that something you would want them to do? No. You're with Tom, and Tom was with Sally, and now he's not with Sally. He's with you, and he has a tattoo of Sally. Would you, now that you're with Tom, would you now want Tom to tattoo your name on his body as well? Okay, so you'd want him to remove the tattoo. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd get that. But would you want him? Would you just not? So you wouldn't want him to go and get a tattoo of you then? Would you feel like if he doesn't, that he loves you less than he loved that previous partner? Okay. Because some people may want that. Some people may think, well, if he was committed enough in that relationship to get a tattoo of this person, then they may feel that they may feel for them to feel comfortable about it, that they want their name as well now. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, depending on how secure you are within the relationship and yourself and all of that. But I think there are people that might want him to go to that step of getting a tattoo of them because he had one of someone else, and they may feel that he's not, you know, if he doesn't love them as much, that kind of thing. You know, it definitely would be an insecurity thing for that to happen, for that person to want that, definitely that. But I don't think it takes away from the fact that there are people that would want that because of those insecurities. You could just imagine it, couldn't you? That's another thing, the whole bullying tactic of, you know, well, you know, you you had her name, why can't you get my name? You know, it's never going to end well, is it? That would be the argument, wouldn't it? Like, it didn't work out with that person when I put a tattoo of them on me. Why would I do that again? I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? That's exactly it. You're planning on breaking up with me too. That's why you won't do it, isn't it? That you don't love me as much as you loved her. That's just mad. You could just imagine that's what it would be, right? You could just imagine that when that person gets, whenever you take off your clothes, basically, they would be reminded, and their mood would change, and you know, all of a sudden, you know, it was all like mad passionate, like ripping each other's clothes off, and it was getting down to it, and then all of a sudden it just changed. The mood just changed for one person, and you could just see it, right? And they just weren't feeling it anymore. I'm just gonna go watch some TV, or wash my hair, or take a shower, or read a book. And lasering is, from what I've seen, it's not completely like back to how it was before you got the tattoo. There's still like evidence of like scarring, like there was something there. It's still there. It's just not the same cut. It's just the color's not there. But the tattoo is still there. It's just the coloring is that's a good question. I know for sure it still has scarring. Whether or not you can make out what it said, I'm not 100% sure. But I've definitely seen like tattoos that have been removed, and you can still tell that there was something there. In terms of, yeah, basically scarring. I think at the point that everybody does it, gets a tattoo of someone else's name, I think at that point they feel the person is worth it. In their mind, that's why they're doing it, because they believe that they're going to be with this person for a long time, or they just feel that this person means that much to them. You know? Oh, I see. Yeah, I understand. He'd have to be more than a booty call, or she, more than a one-night stand. Would you do it before engagement or marriage? No. So for you to have this person's name tattooed on you, you would have to be either engaged or married. Would you do it if you were engaged to somebody? No. Okay, so you wouldn't tattoo your name, someone's name on you, full stop. Marriage, nothing. Never, no regardless. Okay. Would you be happy if a man wanted to have your name tattooed on him? Was that something you would allow him to do? Would you not stop him from doing it? You'd let him happily go along and tattoo your name on him. You wouldn't stop him, basically. Would you advise him against it? Okay. I thought you were gonna say you wouldn't. You'd let him go ahead.